So which camera?
Yeah, so you're just gonna look at the camera in front of you and the
Okay.
one on your left.
Hi, I'm Bambi X Savage, and this is a behind the scenes interview for my Mixtape's 1 year anniversary, Anti-Hero.
Damn, Astro, that's you?
With creating this project, one of my biggest inspirations while making Anti-Hero was Janet Jackson's All For You album. It was definitely an inspiration, and you can see it in my interludes. In between a couple songs, I have like a mini interview with myself. It just gave a way to kind of help narrate the story and the theme that I was conveying throughout the entire album.
So let me ask you something. What? Which would you rather be? A superhero or a evil villain? An anti-hero.
Going Bad. So the whole thing is with my Going Bad remix, I was actually sick. I had COVID around the time when I was recording it, and I think I already had 1 week where I kind of got over it, but I wasn't at my best. I was still coughing, I couldn't catch my breath, I couldn't complete full sentences without coughing. My breathing was irregular, and I do have asthma, so it was difficult actually to record that, but I had to take my time more than usual, and I had to take longer breaks, more takes, different cuts of the song and album, but I'm really satisfied with what I made with on my own, despite recovering COVID. So that's why in the song, I said, fuck Corona, cause that's some real shit.
Non-stop, I'm a superstar. Yes, I set the...
Non-stop was also another favorite of mine from the project. Back in my past life, I was a hairstylist. So I had a situation where someone was disrespecting my station, and my tools and implements were like on the ground the next day when I came to work. And that's a little sound bit that you hear in the beginning of the song is me going off basically on my coworker because, you know, I don't play, don't touch my shit. This song was just a way to kind of have fun. The entire album is all about having fun, but there's certain parts where I no longer have to feel insecure about how I am, about myself, either my orientation or my presentation, or anything else. I feel like I set a huge bar and standard for myself, especially within my music, and I feel there was a way for me to absorb and take back my power, and anyone else who can relate to my lyrics would understand as well the empowerment that I was setting the tone for when making Nonstop, because I am a superstar. Songs like All I Need and I Choose You are more relationship oriented songs. It gave more of a Bonnie and Clyde feel. I just wanted to have something that was different in substance when it came to romance, but definitely still holding that tough and aggressive vibe to the song for sure. I Choose You is more of a relationship struggle. Finding your partner's flaws within a relationship, calling them out. And this is kind of like the final call, like, you know, the ultimatum where you got to fix your shit, because if not, I have other places where I can be, where there's somebody who can treat me better and someone who has better benefits of being in a relationship with them. I feel throughout my experience of making this album, these were very, very important in how I cope with any situation I was going through at the time, relationship-wise. And it helped me see the strength in myself and not to settle for less. Making my first single that I actually did put on Anti-Hero would be Motto. It just goes into further in depth of stating my standards and what I'm not going to settle for less for. With my single Motto, that's a freaking anthem. Keeping your money right and don't settle for a broke nigga at all. Words are powerful, and that's something I was trying to convey throughout the entire project, was how I discovered my worth and also my standards and how they're still developing, but as I go along my journey in life, I won't forget my lessons and what put me in a better position now to know better. So I feel like that's what you can read off of every single song from the album, but especially Motto, Definitely Going Bad, Big Spender, Nonstop, Superstar, and Anti-Hero. Anti-Hero is definitely a way for me to have fun with a different sound. When I started rapping, especially to make Anti-Hero, I didn't want it to sound like a stereotypical rapper sound or anything like that. I didn't mind any type of pop tones or anything that sounded EDM, electric, or just alternative all the way around, because I knew that my rap skill on top of my tracks was going to murder anything. And that's the confidence I felt when I heard the beat for Anti-Hero. It was a freestyle actually I recorded once I woke up one day. I was just on that shit and I had a fire in my throat that I had to get out. I think it was probably like 10 or 11 a.m., but it's just that beat was going and it was bumping in my ears and the words just kept pouring out of me. It's one of my most exciting songs and something that I'll always just turn off and blast out for sure. I just fucking love it. That's just my favorite song on the entire project ever. Big Spender, around the time that I had caught the beat and I wanted to see if I can add my own flair to it. It was something fun to try to be playful with my imagery and also the storytelling I did through that entire song. It's just fun. Something that you can always turn on, but even then, you don't always have to look at the lyrics to be literal all the time. Sometimes they can just be some type of figure of speech in order to direct you into a space of gaining more money or a better financial status. I feel like this is another song that is showing that if you know your worth, maybe it's not about being with like a super rich guy who has to pay for every single thing or whatever, but definitely being with somebody that has their own means and not trying to bleed off of you, because we ain't got time for that shit. Spaz is a special song that I was writing probably around the time that I was a little upset and about whatever, but making this song definitely helped me cope through my experience. Staying alive, definitely to persevere what you want in life, is definitely what should be taken away from listening to Spaz. Most songs on this project do state the confidence in myself and how I will talk my shit, and I will definitely uplift myself through my music. And I think anybody that's either making music or if you're a consumer and you just listen to music, it should be uplifting you in some type of way to where you can connect to it. Big Boss Shit. Big Boss Shit, Big Spender, they kind of have like the same similarity or same similar tones to them. Definitely with Big Boss is all about bosses. I started my business around this time that I started making Anti-Hero and naming and listing my tracks that I wanted to put on the project. With my entrepreneurship, it was hard, and sometimes I had my ups and downs, ebbs and flows. And throughout of it, I had to stay confident within myself, knowing that I'll be able to stay afloat. Being a business owner or a small business owner is not easy, especially when you talk about finances. If you need to do any type of promotion or anything financial that you have to build for yourself for your own business, will be tricky, especially when you're doing it on your own if you don't have any help. So to all those that have their own small businesses and LLCs and C Corps and whatever, definitely congratulations to you and good luck on everything. This song was definitely a motivation for myself to keep me going through having my business, and I'm still glad to say that I have it here and it has been successful so far. East Side is just a shout out to being from the East Coast. I am from Virginia, and there's nothing like the East Coast. It's always on some real shit. East Side, I kind of wanted a little play on a strip club anthem, but also the down south sound. The fact that it was a sample from Going Down, I think just made it even more of a party song. Definitely in it, I stayed about girls getting their money, and just straight up hustling. And you don't when you're a hustler and you're about your business, you don't have to tear other people down around you. You can uplift people and take people up on a ride with you as long as, you know, they're helping themselves as well. Definitely, I do not let anybody try to intimidate me or think that they're feeling themselves that they can take my spot or anything like that. I will shut that shit down. And I feel like I stated my personality when it comes to that within Eastside. Some real shit. If you're from the East Coast, you know you're gonna stand up for your own shit, where you're from, and definitely you don't take it for granted because the East Side is the best side in the United States. So I think I was recording Freak Nasty probably like a couple days before I was about to release Anti-Hero. So I was running really close to my deadline. Again, I kind of just got over a cold and I had to go back and record the ending of it so many times. I wasn't going to stop recording no matter how tired or how sick I was until I was satisfied with the project. Freak Nasty gave me the ability to be creative and just have fun on a track. This is probably one of the most effortless, but I don't want to say hard, but I was definitely very critiqueful about my tone, the sound, how everything came together, the ad-libs, and everything that I had to do on my own when it came to my very own mixing with Freak Nasty. I'm actually really happy that was probably one of the most popular songs off the mixtape, and I love it too. This song is something that you can just always turn up in some type of party and just dance out with your friends. With this project and also my deluxe version of Anti-Hero, I had a lot of opportunity to pay homage to a lot of rappers, to a lot of songs that I looked up to as a kid and even to my young adult years. I had the opportunity to add my own flavor and taste to these different verses and remixes I did that I added on to the Anti-Hero mixtape. As a whole with this project, I hope that listeners feel empowered. I hope that people understand my perspective of what it felt to be an anti-hero. I named my mixtape Anti-Hero because the situation I was going through at the time of how I was feeling. I feel like even though I stood up for my standards, that I mentioned I wasn't going to settle for less and that I was going to hype myself up, congratulate myself and always announce my accomplishments and state that I know I am the best. And sometimes it's not easy to do that because even if you try to tell yourself that to make yourself feel better, there will be people out there who will demonize you for uplifting yourself. I feel with that, it is a double-edged sword, and that what makes me an anti-hero while I was making this project. I definitely would not want to be Captain Save-A-Ho, but I definitely don't want to be an evil villain that wants to blow up the moon and make everybody suffer. It's just that if you fuck around, you're gonna find out. With this album, just gave me an opportunity to rediscover myself. It got me into a creative space where I make music that I'll enjoy for the rest of my life and that I hope every viewer is able to enjoy as well. So thank you for supporting Anti-Hero. You can stream Anti-Hero and the deluxe edition by clicking any of the links in the description box. And also you can follow me on Instagram at BabyXSavage. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to share more with you.
Anti-hero shit with no cape. They say I'm the great. I only get what I want. That's a boss, that's straight. When they get this pussy, they say I'm the great escape. Put this ass in his face, then he eat it off the plate.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he on X Games mode.